میک جکسون در سال 1960 در انگلستان متولد شد. از سال 1995 به صورت تمام وقت مشغول به نویسندگی بوده. بیشتر اونو با رمان مورد زیرزمینی میشناسن. این اثر در زمان انتشارش در سال 1997 نامزد 2 جایزه ادبی مهم یعنی بوکر و ویتبرید شده. میک جکسون فعالیت‌هایی نیز در زمینه موسیقی و فیلمنامه نویسی داشته، اما در حال حاضر به عنوان مدرس دوره‌های نویسندگی خلاق در دانشگاه‌های انگلستان مشغول به کاره. اون آثار دیگه‌ای هم منتشر کرده مثل 5 پسر بچه و آثار بسیاری هم در دست انتشار داره. اما در ایران 2 اثر تارک دنیا مورد نیاز است و مرد زیرزمینی به ترتیب توسط گلاره اسدی آملی و میثم فرجی به پارسی زبانان معرفی شده. این 2 اثر توسط نشر چشمه به بازار ایران عرضه شده و من در ادامه مصاحبه‌ای خواهم داشت با این نویسنده عزیز میک جکسون. امیدوارم لذت ببرید. I thank you for finding this time to do this. And I want to ask you, how you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
To break the ice, I would like to ask you to give us a short introduction of yourself to our audience.
Sure. So originally I studied drama, theatre, a long, long time ago. And in my 20s, I was a singer in a band. So I was already writing, but I was writing and performing songs. And slowly those songs got longer and longer, the lyrics, and I decided I'd try writing fiction. So I did a creative writing course, quite a well-known course in England, at the University of East Anglia. And from there, I started writing longer pieces of fiction. So I'm now just completing my 5th novel. I've written a couple of collections of stories. And a long time ago, I did some screenwriting as well. But if anything, I'm now moving into children's fiction as well as writing for adults. I've got 2 youngish kids myself. So through them, I've been introduced to the wonderful world of children's literature.
So you have something to be published in the future, right?
For kids.
For kids, that's great.
Yeah, no, I've had, let's think, 3 picture books. So, you know, broad, big books, lots of pictures. I've published 3 of those, and I've got another 4 or 5 waiting to be published. So that's a sort of little sideline. These are short books. There are 600 words in some of these books, so they shouldn't take too long to write. Not as long as a novel. A novel for me takes 4 or 5 years usually.
4 or 5 years. Busy schedule. I'm happy.
Yeah, and I do a bit of creative writing teaching as well. To be honest, that helps keep food on the table. But as much as I can, I'm writing. I'm sitting in my office writing.
And how about singing career? You never continued that?
I was never a very good singer, to be honest. I was just shouting in a northern English accent over the musicians. So I like being in a band, but it's difficult. In retrospect, we change our bits of history to suit the narrative.
Yeah.
And from where I am now as a writer, I can say in my 20s, I was writing lyrics to songs. So I was always bound to be a writer. But if things had gone differently, I might have ended up somewhere else with a different narrative.
Yeah. So to get back to the writing, how much effect has your life experience and native English stories and also culture on your writing?
I would say it's everything to me, in the same way that if I was born in France or Belgium, that culture, that, you know, the stories I would have heard and had read to me when I was a kid would have impacted me just as much. So in a way, it's impossible for me to detach what it is that I'm writing about, and you know, the culture that was around me as I was growing up, and the culture that's around me now. All I would say is that the novel I'm currently finishing is set in the United States, and it's set in the sort of, well, maybe 30, 40 years ago. So when I was growing up, we saw a lot of American TV, and we still do. So without, you know, I went to New York when I was in my late 20s with my band, and that city, that country was familiar to me, even though I've not been there before. So I guess, like a lot of Europeans, American culture is, you know, is significant. But otherwise, I think when I was in my 20s, I suddenly realized that there was this other British history that wasn't kings and queens and rich people. It was the social history of ordinary people, and that there was a rich folklore there that was available to me. So that certainly is quite important to me and to my work, I think.
Oh, yeah. I would say characteristics in your stories are very well written and so easy to identify with. Do you also feel the same closeness to the characters in your stories?
Yeah, I'd have thought so. I mean, I can't imagine many writers not feeling that their characters are real. I'm sure there are exceptions, but I imagine that part of convincing yourself as a writer that this story has some veracity, some truth to it, is in generating characters that you actually believe in a world that you actually believe in some shape or form. So, yeah, of course, I feel very close and very affectionate, very moved by my characters and what they're going through. And I suppose I wouldn't be choosing characters going through events that weren't important to me in some perhaps unconscious way. I don't think we just write about anything. I choose this character and this situation, this scenario, for good reason. And I might not understand those reasons at the time, but there's obviously an unconscious, profound link that I have with these characters and what they're going through. But I've been accused in the past of writing characters with very little description. And I think that's probably quite reasonable. I don't want to over describe my characters because, well, partly because I'm not interested in doing that, but also I want to leave some room for the reader to make that character their own, to project themselves into the character. So my characters tend to be quite sketchy in a way, and I let the dialogue and everything else talk for itself.
Maybe that's why they're easy to identify with, I would say.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So some writers love a lot of description. The more I write, the less descriptive I am. I like, my current novel is very, very, you would say, pared back. Not very many adjectives and adverbs. Very stripped back, and I like that form now.
Me too. I'm looking forward to reading it. So based on your book, 10 Story Tales, very great book, your stories are more in the category of realism, I would say, but elements of fantasy are also noticeable. How much would you say these elements of fantasy are important? How?
Yeah, it's an odd book. I think my idea when I started working on that book was that they were going to be sort of kind of folk tales, a bit like fairy tales. So they're sort of set in some unidentified European country, and it could be now and it could be 100 years ago, and there are woods, and there are strange things going on. So as you say, it has one foot in a recognizable reality and another foot in this other slightly strange world. And that feels like a comfortable sort of bridge to me. I've got the idea I have for another book is for slightly older children than my picture books. And that has a similar sort of position. So it's kind of recognizable, but it's kind of odd as well. And I like that balance. I'm not sure why. I think it just allows me as a writer to be inventive in a way that pleases me. So it's just obviously a sort of genre that works for me. I'm not quite sure why, but in some ways I think all my books are slightly different, but I can see that there are themes, there are tropes that recur in them. But every time I start a novel, I always think this is utterly different from my previous novels. And by the time I've finished, I can see that there are similarities with other things that I've done.
Yeah, it is good. The change is very good. And the balance, I noticed this too, and I really, really like that. Yeah.
Thank you.
So back to your book. Unlike the strange and dark and hopeless atmosphere, which is dominant in your stories, some of them have a hopeful ending. How do you see this contrast?
Is this in 10 Sorry Tales? I'm not sure. I suppose at the back of my mind, I had this vaguely gothic idea. I wanted something slightly dark and slightly strange going on. And the first few stories I put together were about people being mistreated and having their revenge. In the UK, we'd say you have your comeuppance, so people get their just desserts, you know. And it's interesting. I was teaching on a course recently, and we were dealing with fairy tales. And of course, the original fairy tales are very, very dark. We talk about fairy tales now as if they're just for young children, or they're about fairies. You know, the original brutal and quite strange. So fairy stories. So I felt that was what I was plugging into, I guess. And also the original fairy tales weren't just for children. They were for everybody. They were just stories we told around the fire, I guess. I'm not sure. I don't really see them as too dark or too hopeless. You know, hopefully they've got a resolution. And if you're going to resolve a story, it tends to err perhaps on the positive side. And it's hard to start a story without some conflict or some obstacle. Otherwise, there's no story.
And there's no life then.
Yeah. So it's going to be a very short story if it's too positive in the first half.
So you mentioned that you're gonna write a book. You're writing a book for children, and most of your stories of your book revolves around children fantasy world. I don't know if this question really clear, but what purpose has this context in your writing? What would you say? Why are you
so writing for children? Well, I'm not sure this is answering your question, but when I wrote 10 Sorry Tales, must be 15 or more years ago, I thought that was a book for children. And a few years later, I discovered that it probably wasn't. It was a book about children, but it wasn't really for children. A few of my friends read some of the stories to their kids who were 10 or 12, and some of them were quite disturbed by some of the stories. Some of the kids quite liked it, but I don't think you need to have kids to write for children, but having children and reading all these fantastic children's books, picture books, and for older kids, made me see children's books in a different way. So I now see writing for children as allowing me space to be innovative and inventive in ways that it's not always that easy to do for an adult audience. And if I'm writing for adults, then that's, like I say, that's 3, 4, 5 years of my life. Writing a kid's book, you might be able to do it in a few weeks or a few months if it's a very short book. So part of the reason I'm attracted to writing for children is that it allows me to do different things that are perhaps a bit more original or a bit different, a bit left field, I guess.
There are indirect and symbolic references to historical and religious elements or like events in your work. What is your opinion on this?
Well, it's funny. I was told some of the questions you were going to ask me, and I saw this question and thought, what historical and religious elements are there in my book? So I'm not quite sure. I guess there are a few in The Underground Man. I know there's a character who makes a brief appearance who's quite religious. You would say he's a religious zealot. He's obsessed with religion. And I come from a Methodist family. So Methodism is one part of Protestantism in the UK. And so we used to go to church on a Sunday morning, and both my parents were Christian, but I stopped going to church when I was 12 or 13, I guess. But those stories and some of that language, that rich, heavy language from the Bible, was obviously a part of my upbringing, just as the next person along will have a different, again, a different cultural background, which informs their childhood. So I guess sometimes I reach for some biblical element because it has a certain weight to it, and it seems to add a kind of profound quality to something. So I think maybe The Underground Man, the Duke, the protagonist, I think he quotes the Bible a few times, and that just seems to suit the text.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have thought of my books as being particularly religious or historical. It's just I find when I'm developing a story, I reach for whatever feels appropriate. And with that novel, my first novel, it kind of evolved into being a sort of Victorian Gothic novel, and so I kind of included what I felt were the appropriate ingredients, you know.
Yeah. All right. You mentioned your novel, The Underground Man. In this novel, it seems that the narrative of the story has more information than the reader, and this information will be uncovered slowly throughout the story, and we see at last the omniscient narrator. How important this kind of narrating is it to you?
Well, again, I think I chose the perspective for that novel to suit what seemed to be, you know, the best way of telling it. So it's written in the first person. So the eccentric Victorian aristocrat who's built all these tunnels under his estate, he's telling the story through his journals, his written journals, which is a very Victorian sort of way of writing a novel, I guess. But I don't think that it turns into an omniscient narrator at the end. He's telling the story, and throughout the novel, there are a few other voices that come in and have a different perspective, but mostly it's just the Duke writing in his diary. And without, you know, spoiling the end, he goes mad. He's an eccentric to begin with, and he goes a lot more eccentric through the novel.
Yeah.
But yeah, you would say he's an unreliable narrator. So some unreliable narrators are restricting the information deliberately, and others aren't. And he doesn't know that he has the answer to his quest at the back of his mind. It's only through the novel that he discovers what it is that's been disturbing him all this time. And hopefully, again, there's a resolution there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just choose the narrator and the narrative perspective that feels appropriate to that novel, and that was one that I started out with for that particular novel, and it seemed to work very well. It allowed the reader to be very close to the character, and I think he's quite a likable character. So I think that helps the novel roll along, really.
Yeah, exactly. The contents of your stories are not, I would say, are not following the writing stereotypes and cliches. Is this intentional, or is it how you see the world also?
Perhaps a bit of both, in that when I'm teaching creative writing, I'm always saying to my students, you know, do something unexpected, do something different. or avoid the cliches. If I'm reading someone's work, I'm always saying, this is a cliche. I try and find a more diplomatic way of saying it, but I'm basically saying, this has been said before a million times. Say something new, say it in a different way, which is more difficult, but certainly with characters, yeah, I'm flattered that you think that I'm not just recreating stereotypes. And I suppose I'm attracted to characters who are a bit different. We were talking about the Duke in The Underground Man. He is eccentric, and eccentricity by definition means that you're out there. So I think perhaps I'm attracted to the characters that are a bit different, who are a bit, that they're outsiders. I find those people interesting for one reason or another. Sorry, what was the other part of the question?
I think you answered it. Is it how you see the world also?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think the world is there's a complex. We walk down the street. If we're being intelligent, we can see how complex the world is. If we see how complicated we are as an individual, then we must assume that every other individual is just as complicated.
Yeah.
It's easier if we reduce people to stereotypes and to two dimensions, but we know deep down that everyone is sophisticated and complex. And so I suppose that's my little way of trying to reinforce that. That sounds rather grand, but I'd like to think that's the case.
Yeah, I agree totally. Yeah. Do you consider the audience and the effects you have on them while you're writing?
God, that's a good question. I think you must do, because we know when we're writing that it's a contrivance, that it's make believe, and people, I don't know, if you see a crummy film, you might say, oh, I feel like I'm being manipulated. Well, in a way, that's all creative people do. When you're writing a movie or a novel, you are effectively trying to manipulate how the reader responds. So you're always anticipating. In some ways, I think the question is whether you're, are you writing for yourself, or who are you writing for? Are you writing for the critics? Are you writing for a perfect idea of a reader? I think I sometimes worry that I spend too much time fretting about what could be criticized in my novel, or my stories. I think when you're writing without worrying about what someone else is going to think about it, that's a great feeling, but that doesn't last long for me. And I'm not sure about other writers, but so I like that freedom to just write something down before I start editing it, and criticizing, picking up on. I'm a terrible one for endlessly revising and revising and revising a text. That's what I'm doing at the moment. So if anything, I'd like to imagine that I'm just writing freely with great liberty, but in actual fact, I suspect I have lots of critical voices in my head all the time saying, "Oh, that's wrong. This character's not convincing. This dialogue's no good." So you just have to kind of get over that if you can.
But I think that's why you're so great, because you're improving yourself every time. But yeah, it's pretty hard to just write freely.
Yeah, no, I think some writers can do it. And again, it's something I talk about to my creative writing students. Some writers claim to just sit down and start working. And I believe them when they say that, but I can't envisage writing like that. I need to know where I'm going, where I'm headed, start lists, start collecting material. So for me, doing research with a small r is a way of generating material. Until I've got lots of notes and I've kind of started to develop this world and this character, I can't begin. Whereas some writers literally can sit down on a Monday morning and just set off. And I admire them for doing it, but it's like a different language.
Who are your favorite authors, like in English and international? Yeah.
I'd love to claim that I have a great host of international authors that I read in the native language, but if I'm honest, most of the writers I read are British or American, or a few in translation. really, when I was growing up, the first authors I read that really connected with me were sort of contemporary American authors. So it's a terrible cliche in the UK and in the States, but J.D. Salinger, Catcher in the Rye, that really was the first book where I went, oh, somebody's speaking in a way that feels kind of young and relaxed, conversational. So through books like that, I found my way to reading Kurt Vonnegut Jr. or, oh God, let's think, Joseph Heller, sort of authors who were alive at the time, were seen as contemporary authors at the time, most of whom have now died. But in my late teens and 20s, I discovered an American author called Richard Brautigan. I don't know if you've heard of Richard.
Yeah.
You have? Okay. Yeah. He's my hero. That's my...
Great, yeah.
That's good. I'm delighted you know his work. So again, very eccentric writer, writes very, very short stories. You know, some stories barely get onto the second page. So I think because of how he writes and the unusual material and the unusual form, he was the first author that I kind of really loved and fell in love with. And
which book? If I could add, which book of Richard Brautigan did you?
The one that I think I'd read a couple of his books and never quite got him. And there's a collection of his called The Tokyo Montana Express.
Okay, I haven't read it.
It's an odd collection. So he spent a lot of time in Japan, and he had a ranch in Montana in the States. So these are just odd little vignettes, some of which are set in Japan, some of which are set in the United States. And I was reading that, and I could point to the story where I suddenly went, oh. And it was like, it was a sort of, you know, the kind of key turning in the lock and the door opening up. It was like a sort of epiphany for me to understand his perspective on the world. And once I'd read that story, I could understand everything else that he was writing in a way. So yeah, Richard Brautigan is my...
And how old were you?
So I was probably 19 or 20 when I read his books. So I just, and was he still alive? It's only curious because my first book was originally published in the UK by an imprint called Picador, and Richard Brautigan's books, his paperbacks, were published in Picador. So this was a kind of great deal for me to be in the same stable as my hero, Richard Brautigan. But at the moment, the last few books I've read that I've really loved, there's an American author called Emma Cline who wrote a book called The Girls.
Okay.
And I absolutely loved that book. It's set in the 1970s. She's a young writer. She's in her 20s, I think.
I should check her out.
And she's written a collection of stories, but The Girls, which is about a sort of American cult in California in the early 1970s. Fantastic book. And also, I really like Gillian Flynn, who wrote Gone Girl and Sharp Objects, is it something like that? I just think her writing style, I could read her text all day long, her prose. It's just such a beautiful, witty, entertaining writer. And lots of other writers, but yeah, those are, at the moment, those are the two that I'd read anything by.
So based on what you're saying, you don't know, you're not familiar with Iranian authors and like Middle Eastern authors?
Not really. I mean, in the UK, occasionally they'll, you know, I read the reviews, so there'll be a name that is bandied around, or I'll read an interview with them. Let's think. Amos Oz. Am I pronouncing his name right? Amos Oz.
Okay, I don't know.
I'll have to Google it. Cut this bit out. I'm completely mispronouncing his name, but you know, there have been authors of that. Actually, the only, curiously enough, because I knew I was going to be speaking to you, I've checked, and one of the illustrators I'm working with, and one of the picture books, she's Iranian.
Oh,
I don't think she's around now. I think she's maybe lives in the States now.
Okay.
So she's done a lot of picture books. Shall I tell you her name?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty sure she's been committed to the project. Rasheen Kireya, she's called.
Russian.
So Rasheen, her surname is spelled Keiriyeh, but I'm pretty sure she's Iranian. So some of her early books were set in Iran, and I'm guessing some of the books were about her family leaving. So she seems to have carried some of her cultural heritage with her. But my editor of Walker Books suggested her for my second book with her, and I really love her style. It's very different to most of the illustrators you get over here.
I'm really excited to check the combination.
Well, check her out. But she's done a lot of children's books before, I think.
Yeah, great. Alongside writing stories, you also write screenplays. What are some of the differences between these two mediums?
Well, I should say I've not written a screenplay for a long time. I got paid to adapt my first novel by a production company, but it never went into production. And I wrote something that was on TV, a sort of hour-and-a-half drama that was on TV in the UK a long time ago. And I tried doing some directing, did some short films and then a documentary. But it was, I find writing fiction hard work. Directing was the hardest thing I've ever done. Just so demanding and so relentless, and goes on for so long that I felt pretty early on that this was not the right sort of genre for me. So I've not written a screenplay for years. If somebody came along and threatened to pay me a lot of money, I'd obviously reconsider that. But no, I've been writing just fiction for a long while. But the difference is, I guess, if you're writing a screenplay, it's a visual. It's primarily a visual medium. Of course, you have dialogue and sound and everything else, but and I guess when you're writing fiction, I don't think I'm alone in thinking that when I'm creating a scene, I'm visualizing it myself. I'm seeing the characters move around in a theatrical or a filmic way. But I think if a fiction writer moves into screenwriting, the temptation always is to just overwrite things, to write too much dialogue. And when I watch a good film, I think there is so little dialogue. So much is being said through eye movement or what's not being said. Whereas the temptation in screenwriting and in fiction, actually, is to just keep saying everything that someone is saying. And we don't talk like that. We talk around things. We avoid things. We keep things to ourselves. So, yeah, they are very different mediums, but I'd be lying if I pretended to have mastered the art of screenwriting. I'm finding it difficult enough just to master the art of writing fiction.
Yeah. Considering the world right now, what's going on in the world, imagine you have a microphone and the whole world could hear your voice. What will your message be to them? To the people?
Beyond, go out and buy my books. It's interesting. I'm as political as the next person, but I don't see my role as being, broadcasting to the world. I mean, obviously at the moment with what's happening in Ukraine, you want, I imagine that most Russians, like most people in Ukraine and every other country, just want a peaceful life. You just want to get on with your life and be left alone and, do your best to be successful and happy and all the rest. So it seems a shame that every now and again someone comes along who's determined to make life very difficult for everybody else in a way that is completely unnecessary. But as I say, I don't have a microphone or a loudspeaker to the world, and I'm not sure I'd be the best person to articulate anything to the world. as it is. I just see myself as doing my own little quirky little stories in a corner somewhere, and every now and again, if they're published as a book, then that's fine by me.
Yeah. So live on and choose peace, I guess.
Absolutely, peace.
And buy your books. That
And
definitely. So, Mick Jackson, thank you. Do you have any last words?
I don't. It's been a pleasure talking to you, Kiana. Thanks for taking the time to reach out.
Thank you. Thank you. It was very interesting for me, and it would be also for our audience. And